So I know I'm not supposed to start in here until 10 a.m., but my kids happen to be happy right now and they want to go play outside. So I thought I would go ahead and jump in here and share my story before things got crazy and you see kids running around like crazy in the background, because this is my life. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah. I am a stay-at-home mom of two. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, so you might see them make an appearance in this video. And I basically coach in the nooks and crannies of my day as a stay-at-home mom. Like, that is how I run my business. But I almost didn't become a coach, guys. Like, this was not something that came obviously to me, and I know my upline Brittany, it took a lot of convincing on her part for me to give it a try, and it's literally the best thing I've ever done. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about my story. So my Beachbody journey starts on my 30th birthday 4 years ago. On my 30th birthday, I had a total meltdown. I was a mom to my daughter she was like 18 months old, and I was in my closet trying to find a birthday outfit that I felt cute in, and I couldn't do it. Like, I was sobbing because I hated being a mom. Like, I was exhausted. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be at all. I hated what it had done to my body. I had given myself like a year to kind of bounce back, and I hadn't bounced back at all. I still had all of my baby weight on. And I was going to this job that I had to drop my daughter off at, and I absolutely hated it. And then when I came home, I felt like I couldn't give my best to her. And it felt like I was just drowning, and my life was not ever gonna get any better, right? Like, whose life peaks after, they get old at 30, right? It wasn't happening. So it happened to be later that day that I talked to my sister-in-law. She told me about these online boot camps that she was doing with her coach, and it was all on Facebook, so it was really simple to do, and you could do it on your own time. I was like, okay, I am in. Like, this was my message from God that I needed to make a change, and she presented it to me, and I decided to go for it. So I signed up for one of Brittany's boot camps, doing 21 Day Fix, and for the first time ever in my life, I understood how to exercise. I realized that, it doesn't matter how much time you spend on the treadmill, that's not going to get you the results that you want, which is what I had been accustomed to doing. I understood nutrition and how to fuel my body, how to stay full on foods that were actually good for me, instead of loading up with things that were gonna emotionally satisfy me but then physically weigh me down. And I learned how to apply that into life and tell people about it, and it made sense. Plus, I decided to try the shakes, and I know the shakes were a hard sell on me, but I decided to go ahead and do it because they were on sale when you got a challenge pack, and I was like, whatever. But they honestly made me feel way better than I thought I could feel. I had more energy, my digestion was really regular, I was losing the weight, I was feeling like I had the energy to be the mom that I wanted to be to my toddler, who was super high energy, and I was hooked after that 3 weeks. Like, it was amazing. And so of course I was telling my friends about it, I was telling my family about it, I was, bouncing around super excited, bringing my meals to work in my containers and whatnot, and people were asking, and people wanted to do it with me. So I referred a couple of people to join with me in this boot camp, and that was when Brittany kind of reached out to me, and she's like, have you ever considered coaching? And I was a hard no, like, absolutely not. I don't want the discount. I don't want to be labeled a coach. I am not a fitness person. I still have a bunch of weight I want to lose. I don't have like the traditional fit person body at all. I have zero confidence in myself. This is the first time I've ever actually done a program and stuck to it. I've never eaten healthy before in my life. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't do this. And she let me go, but she had planted the seed, right? And so I got to thinking about it, and as the weeks went on, I was talking to my husband and just kind of, sorry about that, ruminating on it and talking to her a little bit more about what all coaching entailed. And I finally decided that I was gonna give it a try. Not because I thought I could be an expert, not because I had the body that I wanted, but because, first of all, it would give me the discount, which would be really nice, because at that point I was drinking Shakeology every month. My husband was drinking Shakeology. We were giving it to my daughter occasionally, so we were going through it. And at that point, Beachbody On Demand wasn't a thing. So every time you wanted a new workout program, you had to purchase one. I could use that coaching discount big time. And not only that, it would be amazing accountability, right? Like even if I never helped one customer, if I was totally unsuccessful, putting it out there that I was a Beachbody coach was the extra like kick in the butt that I needed to make sure I kept showing up even when I didn't want to. And that was a big motivator for me. Like I need that external motivation to keep going sometimes. And I knew if I was blasting it out on social, I was going to show up and not want to like let myself down that way. So I decided to sign up, and I decided, you know, it's not a big deal. I will ease my way into it. And I committed to working my business 1 hour a day. That's all I wanted to do. So I just started to go through the checklist that Beachbody gives you to do your business in an hour. I started to do the trainings that Beachbody provides. I started to do the trainings that my upline provided, all in 1 hour increments throughout the day. I was still working, I was still a mom, I was still doing my fitness journey, like none of that changed. And in an hour a day, I was able to grow my business, which seems crazy, but people responded to my posts and people responded to the messages that I send. And through that hour a day, just staying consistent, I grew and grew and grew my business, and I loved it. It was what was giving me a sense of purpose. It was what was it was like my hobby turned my business, which I didn't think I could ever have something like that I loved so much, and sharing it with others. I mean, basically what I was doing is connecting with other moms on the internet. Perfect. Talking about our families, talking about our lives, talking about our goals and our hopes and our dreams. And then I was staying accountable to me. I was showing up day after day, doing my workouts, drinking my shakes, making sure that I chose the healthiest options that I could. That's my business, guys. That's what I did in an hour a day, every single day. 3 years after that, I was able to quit my job. I was able to stay home and be the stay-at-home mom that I had wanted to be and not feel an ounce of guilt for doing it, because I'm still pulling in a significant source of income for my family and helping and provide for what we do. And I can also be the mom that I want to be to my kids, not send them to daycare, none of that. I also, because of Beachbody, became a mom to another little one. When I had Ellie, and she was 18 months old and I was crying in my closet, I knew that I would never have another kid. I hated being a mom. Like, it was super hard for me. And so I gave all the baby stuff away, everything. I didn't think that that was ever going to be a thing for me. But after I started coaching, after I found my confidence, after I got into a better body shape and I felt good, I was like, guys, like, I can do this. And we had another little one. So now I get to be a stay-at-home mom to 2 instead of 1, which is super significant. But I think the best thing that coaching has done for me, I mean, and you guys might not know this about me, but I am super introverted, very socially awkward. I have social anxiety. I do not like being out in public. This stresses me out just talking to you guys right now. But coaching brought that accountability that helped me to just keep showing up. Even when life got overwhelming, even when motherhood got overwhelming, even when I didn't want to be social, I knew that for my job, I had to just show up. I just had to keep working on me. I had to stay healthy. I had to stay in it. And that has been the biggest driving factor of like my whole life changing over the last 4 years. Like, I don't even recognize the person that I was when I was 30. It's been a complete transformation, and it's been something that I never would have thought that I could ever do. And now it's become like, I am the fit person that people know. I am the health coach if people have questions. Like, my friends know me that way. My family knows me that way. Like, this has become my life. My daughter gets to see her mother thrive and living a healthy life with a happy body image instead of the super insecure, always exhausted, really, really negative person that I used to be. And I wouldn't have any of that had it not been for Beachbody. So if you are hesitating, like, the biggest thing I can say is just give it a try. God might be nudging you towards this and you don't even realize it. And if you just give it a try, you might realize things that you like never even had any idea you could do. Like, this is something that changes lives. So thanks for listening to my story. Thanks for being in this group, guys. And I hope you find this group super informative. I look forward to chatting with you through the rest of the day. Bye, guys.